Hey everybody, welcome back to another Vanguard versus. Today we have Celestials going up against Eradicators. And as Arabaki enters the field. And this version of Eradicators utilizes both Gauntlet Buster Dragon and the Dragonic Descendant as both their grade 3 bosses. And as I take 1 damage, and Danielle attacking with the heal trigger off the top. So now Omega with his turn, going to ride Thunderboom Dragon and going in for 15. So off the top, Rising Phoenix for the damage, Arabaki, and grade 0 ability retires my grade 0. Let's see, which one was that? Alright, so Ramiel coming in for 11,000, heal trigger, heals 1, Raguel second, Spark Rain Dragon, the damage for Omega, as Omega now rides Flowing Sword Dragon, Rising Phoenix, Soul Blasting 2 to draw a card. So now he puts Thunderboom Dragon in front of Phoenix. And he's going to go attacking with the Vanguard for 11,000. Gauntlet Buster, critical trigger, giving crit to the Vanguard, power to Thunderboom. Critical trigger off the top for damage, power going to Ramiel, and Narelle, the second damage. So this is 20,000 to the 16,000 power Vanguard, and guard with the draw trigger for 21. So now, going into my 4th turn, going to call Sariel and use her effect to presumably fetch out Zerachiel. And Narelle is going to go to the drop zone. Alright, now checking out, see what else that needs to be done. Looks like Narelle is going to be put into the rear guard. Using her effect, going to drop Danielle into the drop zone and retrieving that 10k shield. So now we have columns of 15,000 and 11,000 from the Vanguard, and attacking for 13,000 since she is attacking the Vanguard. And no triggers there. Heal trigger off the top for Omega, so he'll heal that face down damage. And then Sariel coming in for 15, going to Thunderboom Dragon, forcing a 10k shield if he so chooses, but decides to let it go. So now Omega, see what he does next. And decides to put down Destruction Dragon, I think that's... No, Demolition Dragon. That's what it was. 7k grade 1, plus 3,000 attack when attacking just in general. So a critical trigger off the top for Omega, giving the critical to Vanguard. And the power to Demolition. 2 damage for me. Gonna activate Danielle's effect to bring her into the rear guard. And also a second Danielle in the damage zone, just in case. So this one is going to be 20,000. And it's going to Vanguard. So with just 11,000 power, just need a 10k shield for that. Intercept with Sariel and a draw trigger to block that attack. So now, 4 damage for me. We are in limit break mode, so here comes a break ride. I'm going to ride Ramiel for that. I'm going to retrieve Raguel, and another Raguel enters the damage zone. Danielle's effect is now active. She'll go into the rear guard circle, and Hesediel now enters the damage zone. So now, let's see if there's any other rearguard space to fill up here. Doesn't look like there is any, so I'm just going to go straight to attacks. 13,000 to Vanguard. Doesn't guard. First check is Narelle. And second is a heal trigger once again. Power goes to Danielle. And healing Sariel. Critical trigger off the top for Omega. Power to Vanguard. So being very cautious about giving him a 4th damage. This is a 16,000 power attack. Going to Demolition Dragon. And Omega decides to let it go. Can't do anything else. So now Omega still sitting at 3 damage. Decides to fill up that rearguard space with Thunderboom Dragon. And moving into attacks, 13,000 to Vanguard. Might be easy to just guard for a 2 to pass with a 10k shield. Maybe let it go for a chance to go into Limit Break again. Who knows? I do guard for a 2 to pass, so Gauntlet Buster Dragon and critical trigger off the top, giving both the Thunderboom Dragon. So now this is 20,000 critical 2 to Vanguard. Again, I could just easily guard this with 10,000 shield, which I do. Alright, so both of us sitting at 3 damage. Been able to get off a break ride once so far. I believe I healed 3 times in this game so far, so it's quite interesting. As Assetio goes behind Danielle. And just gonna go to attacks. 13,000 to Vanguard. No guard there. Another heal trigger. Power to the left side, Danielle, healing up Araguel. And the second check is a Hesedial. So his damage is Draconic Descendant. Now this is 18,000 to Vanguard. And he's going to take that one as well. Spark Rain Dragon the damage. Now this is 21,000 to Vanguard, which would require a lot more, well, 5,000 more shield than the previous attack. So I don't know why he decided to take the last attack and guard against this one, but you know, I don't know what he was thinking in the heat of the moment at the time. But anyway, Omega is now in Limit Break mode, so he's going to break ride Gauntlet Buster on top of Revolving Sword. Going to retire Danielle, and due to his effect, he'll gain another 3,000 and an extra critical. So now he's currently sitting at 24,000 crit 2. Rising Phoenix Soul Blasting 2 to draw a card. And another Gauntlet Buster in the rearguard circle. So now this is going to be 24,000 with 2 criticals once again. So might be possible to lay down a perfect guard here, but I'll decide to take it since I'm at 2 damage. Heal trigger off the top for Omega. Power is going to the rearguard Gauntlet Buster. And he's back down to 4 damage. Second check is gold. Critical trigger off the top for damage. Power going to Vanguard. Another critical. Power again going to Vanguard. So Spark Rain. Attacking for 15,000 to Danielle. So the Gauntlet Buster in the rearguard is going to attack for 21,000 after this one. Decide to let that one go. So now this is 21,000 to 21,000. And I could easily guard this with the 5,000 shield, but it's tough to tell which one I should use. Because I could just easily break ride to retrieve the Hesedial in the damage zone, or a 10k shield. So Zerachiel is going to break ride. I do get that Hesedial. I'm going to lay that one down. And lay down another Hesidio on top from the rail. Raguel for the left side and Raguel for the right side. So, going to make a big push here. This is going to be for 36,000. Going straight to Vanguard. I don't know if this push is a bit early, but this is going to use up a lot of his hand, without a doubt. Aniel for the first check and critical trigger for the second. Power and critical to the right side for Raguel. So this is 32,000 with critical 2. And he's going to need at least 25,000 shield, but he decides to use another gold here. And so now this is going to be 27,000. Where is this going to go? And this is going to Vanguard. And Omega will gladly take that critical trigger off the top. And so now it's Omega's turn. That ate up a bit of his hand, but there's still quite a few cards left in there. Omega weighing his options here. Decides to ride Draconic Descendant on top. And forgot what that unit is. But it is a booster for Draconic Descendant, I believe. So now he's going to attack with the Vanguard. And no. Decides to counterblast 2 to give 5,000 to Draconic Descendant. So this is 16 on his own. And he's going to attack with that alone to Vanguard. Contemplating on whether or not I should guard here, because if you don't know Draconic Descendant's effect, during Limit Break, if his attack does not hit, he can counterblast 1 and discard 3 Eradicators to restand him. So this seemingly innocent attack could lead to another attack from the Vanguard. So this is going to get perfect guarded. First check is gold. Second check looks like Cho-Oh. So he is going to use Descendant's effect, deciding which 3 cards to discard. And a critical trigger among those 3. So this is going to be 26,000 with 2 criticals, another perfect guard in hand. We'll take care of it. Draw trigger off the top, power to Gauntlet Buster. And looks like Demolition Dragon. So now 2 columns left. Gauntlet Buster is 21,000. Thunderbroom still at 15. And his 15,000 attack looks like it might go to one of the rear guards. We'll see. Nope, it's going to Vanguard. So just a 5k shield would do it. I'll decide to use a 10k shield here. Don't want to use up any intercepts. So an attack for 21,000 will be taken. Another critical trigger off the top. And so now it's my turn. Raguel off the top. So just going to go straight to attacks. 26,000 going to Vanguard. Checking out triggers. See quite a few criticals this game. All 4 heal triggers are gone. And so now Omega is going to guard for a 2 to pass. So first check is Azachiel. Second is a draw trigger, power to the right side. And drawing a card, drew Danielle off the top. So this is 27,000. This is going to Vanguard. Trying to push through to that 6 damage. And Omega guarding with 2 heal triggers. And this is 32,000. And gonna use up a perfect card for that. So now Omega looking to push back. And decides to lay down Spark Green Dragon. So this attack is going to be 11,000 to Vanguard. This is a 2 to pass here, Demolition Dragon, and a draw trigger. Power going to Draconic Descendant, and I'll take that extra card, which will help him out in his Limit Break ability. So now 3 more cards will get discarded in order to re-stand Descendant. So now this is going to be 26,000 with 2 criticals. Do I have another perfect card in hand? Looks like I do. And going to discard Zerachiel in the process. I believe that's Cho-Oh. Not sure what the second card was. Hard to tell from here. This is going to be 16,000 going to Vanguard. Draw trigger and Raguel intercepting. Going to cover that up. And so now this last attack is for 17,000. He doesn't know the contents of the cards in my hand, but I may think that he knows that I can easily guard against this. He doesn't know that I don't have a 10k shield in hand, so he's just going to go after the rear card, which I'll gladly accept because I have 2 grade 2s in hand, along with the perfect card. But Ramiel off the top will create a 26,000 column, so this is probably going to be the last push for me. This is 31,000 to Vanguard due to Zerachiel's Counterblast effect. Won't be guarded here, so draw trigger off the top, giving power to Ramiel. Second check is another Zerachiel, so the 6th damage is going to be gold, so that is going to be it. So, thank you guys for watching. Hey, if you like this, please hit that like button and subscribe, as we'll be doing multiple Vanguard versus every single week. And once again, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you later.